Welcome back to Elden Ring. In this video we are going through how you can get to or how you reach Volcano Manor. We are going to be covering in this video the fastest and the secret way, so there are two different routes to get there. The fastest way will contain a lot less combat. There's going to be quests, there's bosses and everything like that in Volcano Manor. So we'll start off with the location for it. Volcano Manor is up at the top left of the map. And just quickly, before we get any further into the video, if you're not currently subbed to the channel, make sure you do sub, turn notifications on. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. All support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to support me further as a creator, then check out the links in the description. And let's get into it. So, for the fastest way, route number 1, what you want to do from the first step is make your way up to Gatefront. Then you're going to follow this path all the way down. Follow it all the way round, you get to the third Church of Marika. You're going to follow that path all the way round. You're going to come down to Fort Height. In there, progress through the fort, avoiding all the combat and everything. Make your way to the top of one of the towers, and you will be able to pick up half a medallion. Then, going back to Gatefront, if you make your way up to Stormhill Shack, and follow this path all the way along, you will come to Caelem Ruins. From Caelem Ruins, you want to come along here to the east, jump across a gap here, I think it's a little bit further along like here. Jump across a gap and you're going to make your way to Dragon Barrow West. If you follow the path along around like here sort of area, there's going to be a map fragment which will reveal the Caelid map. But from Dragon Barrow West, make your way down to like the south part. There's going to be like, you're basically on a cliff. So be very careful with this. But there will be a fiery wall, and follow the fiery wall. You can see the outline of it here, the black like dotted line. Follow that all the way along on the south side of the wall, all the way until you get to Fort Faroth. In that fort, if you make your way to the top of the tower again, you are going to get the other half of the medallion that is required for what we are going to do. So, making your way back to Stormhill Shack after you have the whole medallion. What you are going to do from Stormhill Shack, I mean, if you've made it through Godric, then you don't need to worry, you can just like go through the castle. But if you haven't, you've just started playing the game or anything like that, make your way up this path, come off it onto the dirt path, and follow this all the way until the very end of the bridge. So as we pass through these trees, you are going to see the bridge. I mean, it's a little bit tough. The weather is horrible. But where these statues are, this is the bridge. So make your way all the way to the very end of it. And when you do get to the end, if you come down here and you jump onto the terrain, then make your way over to the left, come all the way up here, and then in this massive like cliff, rock formation, whatever you want to call it, there's going to be this passage. So from here, you're going to follow this all the way around the outside of the castle. You're going to make your way to Lake Facing Cliffs. When you are at Lake Facing Cliffs, if you follow the path all the way down to Liurnia Lake Shore, then when you get here, ride all the way through the lake. You're going to make your way all the way up here, and you're going to come to Gatetown North. When you are at Gatetown North, you want to make your way directly north up to this section here. So it's right about here where we are going. So we're going to head to the number 2 beacon. So when you do arrive at the beacon, you will see a spirit spring. And if you jump up, there will, over the other side of this path, be a site of grace. So grab that. And that is East Rhea Lucaria Gate. If you then go all the way up this main path here, you will come to the Grand Lift of Dectus. The Grand Lift will work if you have picked up both pieces of the medallion, and you will make your way into Altus Plateau. If you don't want to get the medallions, and you're a little bit of a higher level, you want to take down a boss, then instead of coming over to here from Gatetown North, if you make your way round and you come to the ravine, from the ravine go all the way to the very end and you will come across Ravine Veiled Village. If you climb your way all the way up the structure, follow it all the way around and get to the very top of it, you will come to the Magma Worm boss. Once you've taken that boss down, in the area behind where the boss is, there is going to be a little section that has an elevator. When you go up that elevator, you will come to Abandoned Coffin, and you just follow this path all the way up. Be careful, there will be a dragon on your way up, but you'll come all the way through and you'll make it to the Erd Tree Gazing Hill. From the Erd Tree Gazing Hill, if you head over east through the enemy camp that will be there, make your way to the Altus Highway Junction. If you've come from the Grand Lift of Dectus, again follow the main path until you come to Altus Highway Junction. From Altus Highway Junction, you're going to come up these stairs here, and I suggest sticking to the left hand side as you are facing them, so the top part of the map. Stick to that side and make your way up, strafing left and right to avoid all the arrows and stuff that are going to come your way. There are big like crossbows that are fired at you, and if you go in the middle or anything like that, you are going to get hit by them. Sticking to the left side of these stairs will help you avoid getting hit by the crossbows. But make your way all the way up the stairs, and through the gates here there will be a couple of tree sentinels. You can avoid all of them, and you will come to Outer Wall Phantom Tree. Then you want to follow this all the way up. There's going to be a couple of like big enemies and stuff, but you will come to the Outer Wall Battleground. Then you follow that up, come through the massive archway, keep coming along, you'll make it to Windmill Village. Then from Windmill Village, if you head west and come down here underneath the bridge, you will have Road of Iniquity side path. So follow that all the way down, and follow it all the way around. Then you will get to the Bridge of Iniquity. When you get to Bridge of Iniquity, if you jump on your mount and you come through here northwest, what you're going to do is look on the wall. It's a little bit further along, but we're looking for a little like fence like this that's right next to the wall, because there's going to be a ladder. For some reason, the ladder doesn't pop in until you're very close. I believe it's right here. It definitely is right here. So come over and you'll see the ladder. Make your way all the way to the top of this ladder. When you get to the top of the ladder, if you come over here to this tower over to the west, there will be a couple of enemies, or there might be a couple of enemies that pop up that I've already taken down, and they're not like they don't respawn at all. Like here, you will have a Pumpkin King. You'll see him right there. But if you just keep following exactly where I'm going, over here, not sure if it's going to spawn in again because I have recently killed it, but there will be a grafted Scion. It might actually drop in again. No, okay, it's a one-time kill. So be careful, there will be an enemy, but make your way up to the top of this ladder. But when you get to the top of the ladder, if you come round to the left and you climb up this ladder, there is a lot of climbing, a lot of ladders. But make your way to the top of this one. When you get to the top, you are going to have a merchant, but you are going to have yet another ladder. So climb up this one to the merchant's left-hand side. And when you get to the very top of this one, if you jump back on your mount, but you drop down onto this lower section and follow it around to the west, you are going to see a bridge. And if you come across, you can see the manor in the distance over there. But once you do make your way across this bridge, you will see the Spirit Spring. There's a site of grace there for a checkpoint as well. But jump up here, and in this massive crater there will be a falling star beast. But ignore it, come over to the west onto this, whatever you want to call it, and drop down here. Then from here, ignore all these enemies. You're going to see a golden tree over there, so grab your golden seed. And then when you drop down onto this section, you are going to see Volcano Manor right here. So if you just ignore these enemies and come behind this big troll giant thing here, and make your way into this door, you will be inside Volcano Manor. So open the doors that you need to open. I'm not sure which ones will be closed. And when you get in here, jump over the table. There is a site of grace. And over here, you will have an NPC called Tanith. And she will have a massive quest line for you to like take on. And like basically, she's going to give you a key to open some rooms in here. So you can open a room like this. Like there's a couple of doors along here that you can open. I believe this one as well. There's going to be some characters in some of these rooms that will give you quests. And I'm pretty sure, I can't remember its exact name. I think it is the Raging Wolf Armor. You can get that from a quest in here if you didn't take down the person at the Warmaster's Shack. But what we're going to do now is go through the secret route. And after that, we will go through some of the hidden walls. A couple of the bosses you might find. I mean, they'll be covered in the secret route anyway. So let's go through the secret route. Stormhill Shack. You do the same again. You come up to the very end of this bridge. You drop down, you come up into the rock formation. You follow it along, you go along the outside of the castle. You come to lake facing cliffs. And then you follow the path all the way down to the lake. But this time, as you progress through the lake, you're doing that the same again. just make your way to Academy Gate Town. So it's a lot further south than Gate Town North. But from here, you're going to make your way through this like ruins. And you're going to come to around here. There's going to be a staircase that leads up onto this bridge to get to South Raya Lucaria Gate. So I'm going to place a beacon right there, beacon number 2. And we're going to head from the site of grace over there. For this route, I highly recommend spending, like, if you've got some of the bell bearings and stuff, I recommend spending your runes, because you will lose them. 100% is a guarantee. You will lose your runes going this route. But if we just keep making our way to beacon number 2, you are going to see a staircase. So my beacon's a little bit off, but it is in the general area. So that's a win for us, I suppose. Make your way up these stairs. Again, at this stage, you can avoid all the combat. Then when you get to this section at the very top, turn right and come around here. Be careful you don't start getting melted by the flamethrower turret dude. And when you get here, you are going to see a seal on the door. So there's a site of grace here that I'm going to grab quickly just to reset all the aggro. So if you need to, go back to Academy Gate Town, or from here, make your way. And you're going to come over to the west to Temple Quarter. From the Temple Quarter, you'll see this like rock formation straight in front of you. There will be a gigantic dragon. You do not have to fight the dragon. You can make your way round the dragon. But behind where the dragon lies, there is going to be a body. And there's going to be a few different loot drops. So if you can lure the dragon away, if you kill it, like whichever means that you are going to take to get behind here, then you want to grab all the items and you are going to get the key to break the seal. Once you are in Raya Lucaria Academy, you need to make your way to Schoolhouse Classroom. So from South Raya Lucaria Gate, if you approach the massive gate now, you can examine the seal. And you are going to use the key that you got from behind that dragon. It's going to put you in a loading screen. It's going to spawn you in at the academy. When you do get in here, there will be a site of grace. So make sure you grab this one. This is the main academy gate. So we're going to have to make our way all the way through until we get to Schoolhouse Classroom. So if you head over to the southwest, there is going to be a lever. If you've never been here before, you won't have to pull the lever. The elevator should be here. But jump on the elevator, use the pressure plate in the middle, make your way onto it and go all the way up. When you do get to the very top, if you just sprint through, just be careful, the enemies can spawn out of absolutely nowhere. They're all like wizards and witches and things like that in here. But follow the exact route I'm showing you, come up these stairs into this area onto the left hand side. And when you come left, come round on yourself again. There's going to be a site of grace. Reset all the aggro. These enemies are annoying in here. This is Church of the Cuckoo. And then from Church of the Cuckoo, if you make your way to the very end, you come left. There's going to be some stairs that lead down. Come round to the northeast. Careful, some of these skeletons will try and grab you. But make your way onto the bridge over here. Come all the way across the bridge. And just follow the path all the way round. Be careful of your stamina. Make sure you've got some flasks and everything like that. And remember, you are 100% guaranteed going to lose your runes doing this. But just keep coming through. Come through the doorway. Up we go. You are going to see a water wheel. And I'm going to quickly kill this enemy, providing I can. There we go. We're going to jump onto one of these platforms, because we are going up. So there we go, jump on. I'm going to wait until we get to the upper level right here. It's just coming up now. And then we're going to jump off. From here, before we do anything else, if you come up into this room here, there's going to be a site of grace. And ta-da, you are at Schoolhouse Classroom. So we're going to make our way back to the water wheel just outside. And you're going to jump on these platforms again. So we're going to wait for the next one to come up. And remember, invest your runes if you haven't. You will lose them. I'm just going to put that warning out a few times. But run over to the other side. And then you want to stand on here. Look over the edge. And you're going to wait until you see some crystals. So the crystals are coming up now. And when you can kind of see them, if you sprint and jump off, you're going to land on this bit of ground here. Run along to your east and jump over to the next section. Then do it one more time and follow this all the way round. When you get a little bit further down here, around this sort of area here, start crouching. Make your way round to the left, ignore that enemy for a moment. And right here you're going to get a talisman. This talisman will be called the Longtail Cat Talisman. It renders the wearer immune to fall damage, but you're only immune to fall damage if you would have survived the fall. You just won't take any damage if you could have survived the fall. But now what we're going to do after equipping that talisman is annoy this guy, stand right in front of him. He's going to do some dodgy attacks and stuff. But what you want to do is when he opens up and brings his claws out, let him consume you. I don't know why. Sometimes he will just open up multiple times. There we go. He won't, like, sometimes he won't do attacks in between. You're going to keep doing this over and over again until you are in his chest and he kills you whilst you are in there. So I'm going in. I'm going to die this time. And that's why I told you, do not have any runes on you. So you die inside this enemy. And then when we respawn, you are actually going to spawn in Volcano Manor. So from here, if you make your way southeast and you just jump across, then you jump across again. When you get to this section, you'll see the hanging cages. You're going to kind of push against this wall and slowly just like walk off the edge, pushing against that wall. You'll land down here, jump across onto the flat ground. Be careful because that drop can kill you. If you die in here, you will respawn back up there where we just dropped down. Jump across here. And make your way all the way around here. And then you're basically going to just follow the route that I'm taking. Come round to your left hand side. Just keep an eye on your stamina and everything as well. There is going to be an elevator here. So step into the elevator. It's going to take you up a level. Then once you step out, on the stairs you are going to see a Godskin Apostle, I believe they're called. I can't remember the enemy's exact name. But you can, I believe you can just run past the guy. Although, when you do, I'm going to quickly pop a health flask. When you do get up here, there is going to be a boss in this room called the Godskin Noble. Big fat dude. And after you've taken the fat dude out, you will be able to claim this site of grace, which is the Temple of Eagle, if that's how it's pronounced. And over here to the right hand side, you are going to have an elevator. So take this one up. When you get to the top of the elevator, come outside onto the balcony. And from here, you are going to drop down onto this section here. So just be careful when you're jumping. Follow this all the way around. We're going across Magma Slug Bridge. So be careful here because they do a lot of damage. I'm actually going to just use my skill. So once you have killed all of them, I don't know if you can just jump over them. But come to the very edge of here and jump across to your northeast. Climb all the way up. And then when you get to the top, come up to this section right here. And when you are up here, if you jump over to your kind of west. And then do another jump over to here. Then across to this bit. And then be careful because there is an enemy up here. But we need to get behind this guy. So just kind of try and avoid the attacks and jump in the window. I'm going to pop a flask, and when you come out of this door here, there's going to be another enemy, but you can just kind of ignore them if you can. And you come in this doorway here. So when you get to this section, if you just run in the exact same location, path, whatever you want to call it, follow my exact route, ignore all of these enemies, or try to. Come through these doors here. And at the back on the right, you are going to have another door. Then up these stairs, you will need a stone sword key at this point. Use your stone sword key. And open this door when you get into this room. And then on these hanging cages, you are going to drop down. Try not to get killed at this stage. It is annoying. You can be knocked off from too high up. Because there is a guy that's doing that, and he might knock you off, but just keep walking onto the cages. And then when you get here, You can jump across, but you can just drop straight down. And because of the talisman, you will only use your stamina because you can survive the fall. In here, you will be able to get Royal Knight's Resolve. But if you come through here, and you make your way up these stairs here, then when you get up to this section, if you come over here, ta-da, we have Volcano Manor. So that is 2 ways to get into the manor. You have the quickest or the fastest way in terms of a lot less combat. I think it might actually be easier to get there the traditional route. But I thought I'd show you the secret one as well, just because it's really cool. The fact that you have to be consumed by an enemy just makes it even better. But once you've got the key, you can open all these doors and stuff. And in this first door on the right, if you come over here, there will be a hidden wall. So hit it, roll into it, whatever you've got to do, and you can come out the back here. There will be a lot of snails, so be careful. I'm going to pop my lantern on to make it easier to see. And then in this room, if you come over here, and you follow this round, you can ignore the snails, you can attack them, it's entirely up to you. But if you just follow this all the way and get to the very end, right here there's going to be another wall. This door is initially like blocked off. From the other side you can't open it, you can't even open it from this side. But if you knock down the hidden wall, there will be a loot item here. I can't remember exactly what it is. But if you make sure you grab that just to get all your loot and everything like that, ignore all these stupid snails, get out of my way, come back on yourself, and then instead of going back into the manor, if you come over to this side, so from where you actually enter, instead of going to the back left, if you come down these stairs here, when you get to the bottom, in the corner, you are going to have a Black Knife Assassin. I'm pretty sure he drops you the Black Knife. I can't remember what loot item it is, but you do get very good loot off this guy. However, he will ruin you if you are not careful. But once you've taken out the Black Knife Assassin, he's over in that corner. Come to the other corner in the west. And follow this all the way around, and you will make it to a site of grace, where you can open the doors and everything. And this is the Prison Town Church. So you've discovered quite a lot of Volcano Manor at this stage. There's going to be bosses, there's going to be quests and everything like that. But there's a lot of cool stuff. And that is going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.